We return to Skaven bullying. Superb fairy run on the Demons of Chaos versus SOK, Elon Morin Tidorane. I assume that's Butcherbird. I assume. He's always changing his names, but the SOK stays. So let's give it a shot. For the demons, none of their army matters besides Be'lakor. Can Be'lakor solo carry? Let's find out. But for the things that are all about to die, we have pink and blue horrors across the front line, plague toads of Nurgle, flesh hounds of Khorne, including the Arawar that has a little bit of self-healing, and then the shrieking sky rays, Arawar, screamers of Tzeentch, and Be'lakor. Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma, his Shadow Shroud, which is a bullshit ability that really no character in this game should ever have. 60% damage resistance is very fun and interactive. And then he also has minus leadership and remove immune to psychology, and then healing when other stuff is routing. This matchup always descends to whether or not Be'lakor can solo carry. That's just all it is. On the other side, for the Skaven, we have Skaven Slave Slingers and Gutter Runner Slingers. Plague Monks and Skaven Slaves in the front line. Natty Bubo Sharpshooters, Arawar Jezzails, 4 Rat Ogres, Gorich, butt naked, just Gorich. And then a Grey Seer of Ruin. With Howling Warp Gale, Warp Lightning, and then the dreaded 13th, Storm Vermin Summon. Cool. The pink blue horrors are starting to fire in onto the Plague Monks, ignoring the slaves entirely for now, getting a little bit of damage onto those slightly more elite Plague Rats. Be'lakor's flying around, being annoying. Melkoth's the Natty Bubos, and then he does get netted, but only a couple of them are going to fire because of the angle. The rest aren't going to turn and shoot, they just kind of sit around doing nothing. Plague Toads and Flesh Hounds rear charging the front line, already crumbling them off. Plague Monks, Skaven Slaves, everybody's routing so far for the Skaven. Some Plague Monks are holding the line for now, and Rat Ogres are also trying to fight back a little bit, but things are going poorly for the Skaven on the front line. In the backfield, Be'lakor taking some damage as all of these slings turn and fire at him. He's going to try and get away here, taking a bit of damage on the retreat. Natty Bubo's also going to track him. We lost our first blue horror, but the rest of the front line is going the demon's way. So Rat Ogres try and hold up for a little bit. The rest are routing. We'll see if these horrors can get past the front line and get onto those slings, because they're not going to want to outshoot the slings. That'll take them far too long. Anyway. I also think taking the Gutter Runners is weird, because you're getting 20% physical resistance with them, which is not going to help you at all versus the demons. Anyway, Be'lakor takes out Natty Bubo Sharpshooters, who's going to rout them off. Skaven Slingers are holding, Rat Ogres are holding for now, and the slings are great in this matchup. I don't usually take Gutter Runners, but Night Runners and Skaven Slaves are fine. I usually just personally stick to Skaven Slaves and call it a day. Get a beefier front line that can hold a bit longer for those Skaven Slaves. Flesh Hounds and the Sour Guts fighting Rat Ogres and the Grey Seer. They're not going to get a lot of damage out to the Grey Seer. And Gorich plus Rat Ogres are peeling off a lot of things. And the Demons have lost most of their impetus. Now, a lot of their infantry is hybrid ranged with the Blue Horrors and Pink Horrors, so they are sitting back and firing away. But again, I don't think that's necessarily a trade they want to take. We've lost the Blue Horror over here, about to lose more Flesh Hounds. Be'lakor finished chasing Natty Bubo Sharpshooters. Now he's returning to the fight. He's going to sweep up some more stuff in the back. Looks like he just wants to rout them off, but also get some Lord of Torment regeneration going. Maybe what he's out and about and up to. But the Flesh Hounds, the Screamers, everybody's still chilling, fighting Rat Ogres. Skaven have bailed out this northern fight without any support from Be'lakor or anything else. They just kind of lost the front line. Took a bit too long fighting that front line too. They should have pathed past it and shut down the Slingers, who are still throwing happily away, so I have to think that is a mistake from the Demons of Chaos. Be'lakor dives in, gets a big old rout, and is up to 40% intensity for his healing on these guys who are all running away. Flesh Hounds and the Screamers need to move up towards the Skaven Slaves, who are starting to kite back now, but more Flesh Hounds are going after them. Where are these Flesh Hounds' flag? Okay, the flag is way over there. These guys are already here, routing off some Skaven Slaves, and then diving into other ones, which is pretty good. In the distance, a lot of Skaven are routing away from Flesh Hounds, even with the Grey Seer and Gorich nearby. They're still just too cowardly to hang in there. It's a big surge in power for the Demons of Chaos. Flesh Hounds fighting Plague Monks, and Melkoth's going to try and decide this fight. Be'lakor diving in gets rid of them too. The blue and pink firing lines moving along as the Hounds of the Blood Hunt are trying to kill off some more Skaven slaves and just heal off of it while they do so. And one blue horror was left in the south to push things off and make sure it just shatters and doesn't come back. Sour Guts cling to life for now, as more and more Skaven are routing. I wonder if these super wounded Fleshhounds could get like back here and make sure this stuff actually goes all the way off the map, but it looks like they're just going to commit to the fight, which if they take a little bit of sling damage, they'll just die. They'll demonic crumble. Hounds of the Blood Hunt catch out Rat Ogres, and then Be'lakor dives in. Terror Rout immediately takes them, and Skaven slaves getting eaten alive by these couple Fleshhounds. They'll rout too. Sour Guts continue to fight on, just being a nuisance in the backfield, trying to get a little bit of damage onto the Grey Seer, but they're mostly distracting, is all they're trying to do, while everything else routs. More and more slingers are taken out. Be'lakor, the Hounds of the Blood Hunt, going to chase them off for a little bit of extra healing if they can get it. Gorge takes massive damage on the charge from those horrors, and that is one of the reasons that I do not consider Gorge particularly good. He can be okay in some matchups, but if you have any small arms fire, he just takes so damn much damage. Be'lakor is back in. Warpstone Scroll trying to knock him down a peg. His Shadow Shroud has worn off, so he is butt naked in here right now, fighting Gorge. But even with Unholy Clamor, even with the Grey Seer's leadership buff, Gorge is just having a bad time. So Gorge is taking a lot of damage. A Storm Vermin Halberd summon is out. Be'lakor is taking a lot more damage than he probably signed up for. Horrors firing in to try and get rid of Gorge again. 7 leadership left for him. Shrieking Skyrays and the Hounds of the Blood Hunt, making sure all the slingers stay gone and don't come back. As the Sour Guts try and get into melee, but Gorge is charged to take them out as Be'lakor's back up into the sky. Bounce power is 50-50, but that is with a fake full health Storm Vermin Halberd on the battlefield. Skaven Slave Slingers might kill off that Fleshhound that's chasing off all their friends. The Sour Guts fade away. Shrieking Skyrays are netted in the sky. Not a ton of follow-up onto them, though, as they're just trying to... The Slingers are trying to kill the Hounds of the Blood Hunt. These other Fleshhounds just clinging to life, man. So they go charging in. Charge bonus might keep them alive, but looks like it's not going to. Demonic Instability will take them out for good. Be'lakor and the lads rout off some more stuff. Bounce power shifted in favor of the Skaven for just a hot second. Now it's kind of come back towards the middle, but we are going to lose another blue horror. An aggressive Scorch goes through some Skaven slaves, but it also helps finish those blue horrors. Still have Hounds of the Blood Hunt, still have Be'lakor, still have Shrieking Skyrays, they'll be able to chase off everything quite easily. Skaven Slave Slingers not even going to probably get through the damaged shields of the Shrieking Skyrays. So you do get less, well, it's barrier, whatever. You get less barrier the less max HP you have, but even then, it's just one volley from some Skaven Slaves. That does a good little bit of poke. Everything counts, and you're just trying to get a demonic unit to crumble. Fast forward while these guys just chase everything off. Melkoth takes care of those guys. And the Hounds of the Blood Hunt setting up. Grey Seer, a Skaven Slave, and Gorge holding on for now. I really don't think the Skaven have any hope. Be'lakor can easily kill them off. Like, if he just gets one charge attack onto Gorge, it's over. Grey Seer can't stand up to him. Both sides setting up. Be'lakor is back. They're thinking about charging in. Gorge and the Grey Seer hanging out. In go the Shrieking Skyrays. Don't know who they're attacking. They're kind of just attacking everything in general. But Be'lakor hits the charge attack. Hits a second attack. But here is a late game Dreaded 13th. I am shocked Gorge held on this long. But now he finally routs. And there come the Dreaded 13th. But that's a Sword of Khorne. Sword of Khorne out in the late game. Doesn't do that much damage to the Storm Vermin because it was kind of off-center. Didn't want to damage his own Hounds of the Blood Hunt too much. And Be'lakor is beating up on the poor Grey Seer. As the Hounds of the Blood Hunt start to Demonic Instability crumble, Be'lakor goes to get up in the sky for one last charge attack. Storm Vermin, 37 seconds left on the board. They could maybe surround Be'lakor and do some good damage, but he's going to hit the Grey Seer. Hits him again. Howling Warp Gale locking him in place. Just trying to do that Musk of Fear, so less leadership, less melee attack, things like that. Storm Vermin Halberds are surrounding Be'lakor, and Sweet Sorrow's going to give him Perfect Vigor back. So that'll help his leadership a little bit. Melkoth is out onto the Storm Vermin just for Gits and Shiggles. They only have 8 seconds left of being alive. Be'lakor charges toward the Grey Seer, and he knows he's not going to lose in the 3 seconds these guys have left to live, and then after that he has a guaranteed win. There they go. Balance of power is about 50-50, but I believe in Be'lakor with 2,000 HP over a Grey Seer with under 2,000 HP, even if this thing is being silly. Warp Lightning as the Grey Seer tries to knock him back into where it was being cast, but he pushes forward regardless. And I believe that is going to be GG. As the Grey Seer keeps rocking back and forth, it's not going to be enough to defeat fucking Be'lakor. It was a very, very close game. Be'lakor did end up carrying. 3,400 value for him. Fleshhounds and Screamers did fine. Pink and Blue Horrors, pretty good value overall. Plague Toads died, but they're just there for some disruption. Grey Seer got good value. Gorge did his best, only getting 900, however. Plague Monks got rolled. Gutter Runner Slings, one got a lot of value, the other did not. Skaven Slave Slings all paid for themselves like twice over. Rat Ogres just chilled out. Natty Boobles got shut down immediately. GG. Roar.
Subscribe, yes, yes.